Well, hey guys, Long Haul Larry, and I'm gonna have a little bit different of a video today. As you guys know, I have gone through the fusion in my back. It was the removal of L5 vertebrae and a membrane also, and they put a bone structure in there, and then they fused, which basically means they put quarter-inch leg screws down through my L4 into through that bone structure into my pelvis and locked that up, and it's called a fusion. I thought that what I would do is actually show my rehab that I do every day. And a couple different things with this is that I'm thinking maybe this might help somebody. Maybe somebody out there that has had a fusion and just can't afford it and can't afford to rehab and everything else. I'm going to show the sheets and everything that they give me for all the explanations and stuff. And you'll be able to do this and they could help you out and stuff. I'm not saying this is take the place of an actual rehab and everything else. I'm not saying that at all. But if there is a situation or something like this could give you kind of a trail to follow, that maybe this would help you. Because I can tell you that people are telling me that I am moving a lot better. And I've been doing this. So I will show the instructions before I do each one. And then I will go ahead and do it, and you guys can kind of go along with it and stuff. It seems pretty lame and stuff, grown man and just basically doing stretches and everything else, but this is as much as I can do. There's a lot of pain involved in this, and I just kind of go through it. My rehab lady, I was kind of really gifted. What happened is a friend through church knew a rehab person and kind of made a connection together with all this. And they're friends of friends and stuff. And she does outpatient. She used to work at Finlandia University here in Hancock, which was a big university up here. There was Michigan Tech here, that's the major one, but there's Finlandia one too. And Finlandia, they shut their doors this last spring, and she was actually a instructor there. She taught physical therapy there and stuff, and she lost her job for that. And so she's kind of branched out, and she does a lot of outpatient. She goes to different nursing homes and different things like this, and does this stuff. And she's been coming in, and she comes in and she gives me these instructions, and she goes over the exercises with me, and then she gives them to me, and I do these twice a day. And I've been working through this religiously. I'm trying to see if I can get this really to heal up well, and I'm trying to build a lot of muscle in my back and everything, and get this going. And I've relayed those instructions to her that I really want to work this out and everything else. She said, "This is just the beginning. We're going to start with this and move on." It's just kind of lame. It's just kind of stretchy and stuff, but it has a lot of pain for me. And to tell you the truth, a lot of the pain is in the middle of the back where my surgery was a couple years ago, that I never followed through and did all the rehab with it. And I regret that. So she's actually going to be working more rehab in for my back too, for that T12, L1 and 2 that were broken and fused together. And she's going to be working that also as she goes along with this. She's kind of including this. So the first one is... ouch. Does not have a name. And this one's really kind of hard to describe, but I'm going to try to do it. And basically what you do is you lay on your back with your knees bent, and this takes me a minute to get down, sorry. And I got to give it a second. Lying on flat, hard surfaces is not fun for me. I have to let things work in. All right, I think that I'm gonna be good. So basically what I'm doing is I'm bending my knees, feet flat on the ground, and I basically just kind of grab my hips. And then all I do is I rotate my hip. I try to rotate my hip backwards. You're not really gonna be able to see this one. It's kind of difficult to see anything doing it with it. But I'm rotating my hip backwards, and I'm pressing my back flat on the floor. And I hold that for 3 seconds, and then I rotate my hip forward, and it kind of brings my back in a kind of a slight arch. And I do this 10 times. So I'll do it. And while you're doing this, almost every exercise
she wants you to um, kind of crunch your core, kind of tighten up your stomach muscles. So that's one. There's three. Kind of hard to see that and everything else, but basically what I'm doing is I'm rotating my pelvis back and forth just a little bit, and it's pressing my back down on the floor, and I'm keeping my abdominal muscles, my core, tight the whole time. And then I rotate it forward and it kind of gives a little bit of an arch. So I do that for 10 times. So this one here is a pelvic tilt hip flexion isometric, and it's the same thing. You lie on your back, you have your feet flat on the floor, and then you pull this leg up, and this really hurts me. This is a big strain on me. It may seem like nothing, and I push against a hole for 3 seconds, and the whole time I'm keeping my stomach muscles tight, and then I go over here and do this one. I have to roll on my side. And you want to keep your shoulders up straight, I guess, and the hip stay back so that the hip doesn't roll. And you're just doing clamshells. That's all it is, just doing this. All right. So this one here is back on my back. And I'm just putting my feet down like this, and then I'm basically just straightening my leg and then lifting it. And hold it and down. That's one. All right. If I ever lose count, I just do an extra one. Make sure I do all of them. So this one here, this is my hardest one, and it's called bridging. And so basically, what I need to do is lie flat on the floor, my feet flat on the floor, and then I need to lift my butt. Now I don't need to go far. I just need to get my butt off the ground. And this is really hard for me. And as I go along further, it gets better and better. Oh, that one hurts me. The first I can hardly get my butt up. All right, and the last one is quadrupled alternative arm and leg. So basically what I'm doing here is keeping my abdominal muscles tight. And she said to think that there is a soda can laying on my back, right on my hips, and not to let it roll off. So I keep my hips straight. That's basically what I do. And then basically what I do is I lift up one leg and the opposite arm, and I try to hold them out and stuff, and do that for 3 seconds, and then down, and then count to 10. So I just go. Shaky. So those are all the things that I do for my therapy. That's the first week. And every week she's going to be increasing that. And eventually I'm going to be doing weights and everything else. And my goal is to build a lot of muscle in my back. Now, I'm not a qualified rehab person whatsoever, so don't even believe that. But I thought just in case there's somebody out there maybe can't afford it or something like that, I'll walk you along what I do. And if you have the same fusion, this could be something, because what this is trying to do is build muscle and loosen up that lower back. And I still have sciatic pain that goes on when I do that kind of stuff. Goes down my leg a little bit. It's not crazy, the most painful thing, but it's there when I do that. But it does help me loosen up a little bit, and it makes me feel a little better afterwards. So I do it every morning, every night. And every week she's going to come back with more different things. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they watch these here videos. And if you're not, certainly try that all over again tomorrow. See ya.